Oh, yeah. Hello, Tashitele. Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are doing fine. Welcome back to the Lojong session. Before we start the teaching, we dedicate some time to do the Guru Rinpoche's practice, dedicating to overcome the war that's going on now, as well as protection from natural disaster and diseases like that. So very much as like last week, we will do the same practice. So before doing that, take a moment to feel for those who are right very now going through tremendous sufferings under the suppressions, the war, natural disaster, sicknesses, any form of sufferings. Try to feel for them and express a sincere compassion and love. So on the basis of that, then generate as sincere as possible the altruistic motivation on the basis of refreshing refuge in Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha and dedicating our life, in particular this very session and this very practice for the cause, for the peace and happiness of all sentient beings. Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonala, Janjo Bado Dani Jazonje, Daji Jinzoje Sonamje, Dola Benje Sangye Jobarai Jo, Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonala, Janjo Bado Dani Jazonje, Daji Jinzoje Sonamje, Dola Benje Sangye Jobarai Jo, Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonala, Janjo Bado Dani Jazonje, Daji Jinzoje Sonamje, Dola Benje Sanje Dubarai Jo, Semje Damje Devada, Deve Judan Dembra Juji, Semje Damje Dunga Dan, Dunga Judan Rawa Juji, Semje Damje Dunga Meben Devada Minawa Juji, Semje Damje Nire Jada Nidan Dave, Danyola Nebra Juroji, Semje Damje Devada, Deve Judan Dembra Juji, Semje Damje Dunga Dan, Dunga Judan Rawa Juji, Semje Damje Dunga Meben Devada Minawa Juji, Semje Damje Nire Jada Nidan Dave, Danyola Nebra Juroji, Semje Damje Devada, Deve Judan Dembra Juji, Semje Damje Dunga Dan, Dunga Judan Rawa Juji, Semje Damje Dunga Meben Devada Minawa Juji, Semje Damje Nire Jada Nidan Dave, Danyola Nebra Juroji. Kange doje ne zone dawa damje bombe jere dambe jene denze bang godam de la jaze lo donye nyenje zondo jube la ma zeje zenje kanje dende gwe chana be mo denze jazon sowa de zon da jue jinje lo tabje doje jajere doje jinje mendo doje bejo ma seje lombo da bo zebe go shaje jabo de la gwe jaze Daya o mune mune ma mune yeso ha daya o mune mune ma mune yeso ha daya o mune mune ma mune yeso daya o mune mune ma mune yeso ha daya o mune mune ma mune yeso ha daya o mune mune ma mune yeso Daya dao mune mune ma mune yeso ha daya dao mune mune ma mune yeso ha Tayada omo gade gade paranga de parazanga de buddhi yezo ha. Tayada omo gade gade paranga de parazanga de buddhi yezo. Tayada omo gade gade paranga de parazanga de buddhi yezo ha. Tayada omo gade gade paranga de parazanga de buddhi yezo. Tayada omo gade gade paranga de parazanga de buddhi yezo ha. Tayada omo gade gade paranga de parazanga de buddhi yezo. Dayada omonga denga de baranga de barazanga de bodhi zo. Mime zeve de jinjere zi, teme jembe ombo jambe yang, de bomale jumze saven. Kanje jembe zuje zonga ba, lozanda bisham la zoa de. Mime zeve de jinjere zi, teme jembe ombo jambe yang, de bomale jumze saven da. Kanje jembe zuje zonga ba, lozanda bisham la zoa de. Mime zeve de jinjere zi, teme jembe ombo jambe yang, de bomale jumze saven da. Kanje jembe zuje zonga ba, lozanda bisham la zoa de. Mime zeve de jinjere zi, teme jembe ombo jambe yang. Debo male jonze zame da ganji jembe zuje zonga ba lo zan da be sha la zo wan de mi me zewe de jen jere zi de me jembe ombo jembe ya debo male jonze zame da ganji jembe zuje zonga ba lo zan da be sha la zo wan de mi me zewe de jen jere zi de me jembe ombo jembe ya debo male jonze zame da ganji jembe zuje zonga Lozan da be sha la zo wan de omo mani be me hum omo mani be me hum omo mani be me hum omo mani be me omo mani be me hum 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 omo dare du re zo ha omo dare du re zo ha omo dare du re zo Omo dare du re zo ha, 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 omo dare du re zo. Omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, om dare du re zo. Omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo. Omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo. Omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare du re zo ha, omo dare do re zo ha. Tayada omo beganze beganze ranza samunga de zo ha. Tayada omo beganze beganze ranza samunga de zo ha. Tayada omo beganze beganze ranza samunga de zo ha. Tayada omo beganze Ma beganze ranza samunga de so han daya tao mo beganze ma beganze ranza samunga de so han daya tao mo beganze ma beganze ranza samunga de so han daya tao mo beganze ma beganze ranza samunga de so han. So Guru Rinpoche prayer, protection from natural disaster, especially the heavy flood that is happening in Australia, and we have other part of the world too, to overcome. When obstacles arise in the earth, water, fire, and air to threaten this illusory body of ours with the destruction, with no trace of doubt or hesitation, we pray. O Guru Rinpoche, with the goodness of the four elements, the goddesses of the four elements, you will harmonize the element into their natural state. Of this we have no doubt. To the lotus-born Guru Ujjain we pray. Grant your blessings so all our wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Sajo melo jumbe barje je jule ni je be du junse yenye te zo me bai zo wa de we je jong wa shi ye la mu che jong wa ra sa je wa ra de zo me we je be ma jong ne la zo wa de be samba lin je do ba ra je lo. Protections from weapons and persecution. When faced by killers on all sides who threaten us with the lethal weapons, with no trace of doubt or hesitation, we pray, O Guru Rinpoche, the protections of your Vajra tent will cause killers to panic and weapons to be scattered. To the lotus-born Guru of Ujjain, we pray, grant your blessings so all our wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Kaje jeme maje dago ne ya zenja ne be devje ne ba ya na ye ne te zo me ba ez wa de ya we je do je ya go da ya de ba yi she ma ye den je zenja ya tor ba ra ye jo ya we je be ma ye jo ne la ez wa de Samba lenje do barai jinje lo. The abbreviated prayers to Guru Rinpoche for removing obstacles and fulfilling wishes. Embodiment of Buddhas of past, present, future, Guru Rinpoche, master of all siddhis, Guru of great bliss, dispeller of all obstacles, lawful subjector of maras. To you I pray, inspire me with your blessing, so that outer inner secret obstacles are dispelled, and all my aspirations are spontaneously fulfilled. Tesomo Zanje Guru Rimbo Ejin Yungudu Gunda Dewa Ejin Besha Parje Gunze Aydudu Aydabu Ayazwa Aydezo Ejin Alabdu Azo Chena Zawe Parje Ejewa Yada Yazamba Linji Drobara Shinje Lo Omo Benzara Guru Bema Sideho Omo Benzara Guru Bema Sideho Omo Ayahu Benzara Guru Bema Sideho Omo Benzara Guru Bema Sideho Omo Ayahu Benzara Guru Bema Sideho Omo ya benzara guru ya 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 bema sideho Tesomo Zanje Guru Rimbo Yeje Yangudu Yagunda Yadewa Yajimbe Aisha Paje Ayagunze Ayadudu Ayadabe Ayaze Ayazewa Ayadebeso Ayajinje Ayalabadu Ayazo Chenaya Samvaya Parajaya Jivaya Daya Sambaya Lunjaya Dubara Chenjelo Janju Simjo Rinpoche Maje Panam Ji Yuji Kewani Bame Baya Gone Gondo Beba Jodoni Tawa Rinpoche Maje Panam Ji Yuji Kewani Bame Baya Gone Gondo Beba Jodoni Tawa Rinpoche Maje Panam Ji Yuji Kewani Bame Baya Gone Gondo Beba Jo Jambe Bawa Jida Jemba Nakundo Zambo De Adeshin Jede Da Kunyi Jizo Talo Je Kyawa De Tatam Je Rabdo Ngote Soje Be Kyawa Tam Jede Ngowa Kalan Chudo Ngaba Daji Jebe Tsawa De Kun Sambo Jeje Rabdo Ngowara Je Semje Pama Semje Tamje Denda Denjo Jingero Tamje Tado Tonga Da Janjo Semba Kana Sujo Ba De Da Kunyi Mola Dojo Semje Neba Jinje Ba Nyodo Nele Tajo Dwene Male Bata Do Jongwa Me Barai Sho Beda Zowa Miko Be Sheno Semje Rawa Kobe Samba Jeje Debe Tashi Sho Nimondele Tsindele Nime Koyan Dereji Ninzeta Do Tele Kunjo Somje Daji Jo. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, okay. So now we resume the Lojong teaching, and we are still studying the Bodhisattva Samantabhadra's mind training, which is on page 221. If you are using the same volume, Mind Training, the Great Collection, page 221. So at the beginning of this this teaching, there's three different kind of Bodhisattva's aspirational attitude, which is the first one is the expansive thought, which we have covered last sessions. So today we will go through the last two aspirations, which start with the aspirations of resolute thought. So the text, it says, this refer to cultivating the courage. The second resolute thought is referring to the cultivating the courage, the idea or thinking, the thought like this. If a fisherman, farmer, and traders can bear the pains of heat and cold in the course of their work, why not someone like me bear them for the sake of sentient beings' well-being? So, so this is something that is very beneficial for us to think like this, especially our practice are very vulnerable. Our courage, our commitments are also very fragile in the environment of very intense, samsaric circumstances. It is so easy to get distracted, so easy to give up, and so easy to delude. Even if we had the opportunity to, meet the Dharma, enter into Mahayanic practice, even receiving the Bodhisattva precepts, Bodhisattva vows, even surrounded by virtuous friends like gurus, and the conducive conditions like the scriptures, then even time to time reminder of the teachings on Mahayanic Dharma, such like the Lojong teaching, etc. But because of the intensity, overwhelming, the samsaric circumstances around us, if there's a slight challenge comes in our way, we lose our courage. Certain the practice doesn't go the way we wish, we very much danger of giving up, especially when we go through health obstacles, business obstacles, relationship obstacles. Then it's very, very easy to give up the Dharma, in particularly altruism, which is the attitude and the practice of working for the well-being of others. So whenever such thing occur, then we think like this, such like the Resolute Thought, if even a fisherman, farmers, traders, bear such a hardship of heats and colds and all the different forms of hardship, for the cause of their one lifetime's livelihood, then why not that I, bear the any form of any degree of obstacles, which my job is not just for within this very lifetime's benefit for myself and others, but it is for the benefit of for myself and numberless sentient beings, all the rest of the future lifetimes until enlightenment. So then you restore, your courage, you strengthen, your commitment to the practice, so like that. So I think this is a very, very essential, for us to think like that. Okay, I continue read. With such an attitude, when working for the welfare of other sentient beings, it is necessary to remain resolute and unshaken by negative karma, the afflictions, mundane concerns, and outlook of the lesser vehicle, and all forms of graspings at the substantial existence, and instead seek omniscience. So, with such kind of carrying such kind of attitude, then when working for the well-being of sentient being, it is necessary to remain resolute, unshaken by the negative karma, negative past, negative karmic consequences, such as health, present health issues, physical, mental. Then the environmental, our environmental, samsaric environmental karmic consequences, such as natural disasters, including of like war, famine, all the individual or collective karmic consequences. Then including of the afflictions such as when we get disturbed by the foe, then you in the state of anger, even how angry circumstances that comes in your way, and not to get affected to your practice, even how much desirous attachment that arises in your heart, but one thing that never to give up is the resolute of the working for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, this altruism. Then all sort of negative emotions, jealousy, ego, pride, etc. Then including of the mundane concern, because of needed to dedicate time for working, working for earning, for living. Then just because of that, give up the practice. Then the mundane concerns of this very lifetimes pursue of a name, status, wealth. Then because of that, then our heart completely block towards the cultivation of altruism. So with the attitude of courage and resolute, never to get distracted by that. Then outlook of the lesser vehicle. This is meaning that giving up pursuit of omniscience or the Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. Rather, you work for your own self-liberation, the nirvana peace. The outlook of the lesser vehicle is referring to the nirvana peace for yourself, giving up sentient beings' well-being, and even that you happen to meet Hinayanic gurus, how inspiring they may be, or even that how difficult it may be practicing the altruism, practicing great compassion, dedicating life in the service of other. How challengeful it may be, but never to, let go of altruism and pursue the nirvana peace. Then, and all forms of graspings at substantial existence. So this is referring to all forms of grasping to substantial existence, such as the grasping of inherent existence, grasping of true existence, grasping of dualistic existence, grasping of permanent, independent, autonomic, existence of self and phenomena. How thick, grasping, any degree of grasping, the substantial grasping at the substantial existence there may be in our continuum. But one thing that, as far as concerned with the attitude, never to give up bodhicitta, never to give up the resolute attitude towards working for the numberless sentient beings, numberless sentient beings, and it is a Buddhahood. So then with that, then instead seek for omniscience, all the time, by overcoming all sort of mentioned obstacles. Even all sort of mentioned obstacles occur to you, but one thing that never to give up is pursuing the state of full enlightenment for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, enlightenment. Or this is like that. Okay, so this is the what I mean by resolute thought. So now the third one is a diamond-like thought. What is this? So this refers to engaging in the practice of the awakening mind, uninterrupted by any false conception from now on until you have attained Buddhahood. So this is called the diamond-like thought. It means unshakable, undisturbable, unbreakable, by any form of the earlier mentioned obstacles that you have this stay foot sustainability of the altruism, all the way up to oneself achieving Buddhahood. Even how many lifetimes that it interrupt, even it get interrupted by three lower realms, being born in the three lower realms, many eons of lifetime. But one thing that continues is the sustainability of the continuum of the altruism, until Buddhahood, like that. The many of you here, those who practicing altruism, Bodhisattva's attitude. Some of you, even before meeting Buddha Dharma, you may have a great sense of compassion. You may already practicing altruism even before knowing the name of altruism. Then some of you may be born in the other religious cultures, but since little baby, that you carry this altruistic attitude. So these are the sign that even though it's interrupted by being born in non-religious family or non-Buddhist family, non-Mayanic family, but you are cultivating, you are sustaining in your continuum uninterruptedly the attitude of altruism that comes from past lifetimes, and that particular mind, that particular attitude of yours, or that particular attitude of that little baby who even don't pronounce the name of bodhicitta but carrying the attitude, could be the diamond-like attitude. It could be the diamond-like attitude, you see. So we always have to make an aspiration, and have to make an aspiration and make a strong prayer that in future lifetimes, wherever we born, even born in the hell realm due to the past definite karmic result, but one thing that may it be sustainable is the bodhicitta, until it actualizes, it is ultimate result of full enlightenment, like that. Then it says, this too must be accomplished through indivisible union of method and wisdom. So in order to have such a sustainability, just simply praying, aspiring is not good enough to secure for future times, sustainability of the bodhicitta. It has to be cultivated in the union of wisdom and method, you see. So whenever any form of merit that we accumulate, not only dedicate in bodhicitta or aspire in bodhicitta, but also should dedicate in emptiness and aspire in emptiness. So that's the way that you unify any form of merits, in particularly merit that accumulated in relation to altruism. Even just one moment of generation of bodhicitta, then immediately you dedicate in both in altruism, the altruistic bodhicitta, and the altruistic wisdom of emptiness. So that way it create it is strength, or it is causes and condition that can able to sustain in our continuum without any interruptions. It's very much like carrying an immune system, like antivirus, like that, immune system. So bodhicitta alone is not strong enough immune system. So you need to have the element of emptiness. So if the union in dedication of that, then you carry the full protection from any form of obstacles, to the sustainability of the bodhicitta for forever, until we achieve enlightenment. So I think this is extremely important. We usually, see whenever we do practice, all those sadhanas, all those practices, we see this. There's a dedication of bodhicitta, dedication of emptiness, and we simply dedicate. But sometimes it will be, we simply dedicate, which is beneficial. But if we know the reason, like what he says here, then it will be even more meaningful, isn't it? How precious it will be that, the bodhicitta never depart from our continuum, for rest of our life, even if we remain in samsara for eons. As long as bodhicitta is not departed, ever lifetime is as equal benefit as Buddhahood. How wonderful, isn't it? Oh yeah. So then it says, when you practice one, the other naturally follows. Thus, you practice the two in union. So when you practice one, the other naturally follows. So here it doesn't mean that when you practice bodhicitta, then the emptiness, wisdom will follow naturally. It doesn't mean like that. It doesn't follow naturally. When you practice, it has to be natural to you. He's talking about for the practitioner. It has to be natural. Whenever you perform altruistic actions, and always, naturally, that also should be blessed or infused or dedicated by the wisdom of emptiness. Whenever you meditate emptiness, whenever you interpret experiences on the basis of emptiness, that too will be blessed and take onto the altruistic path, take onto those experiences onto altruistic path, so that way, then the practice of wisdom also become a cause of enlightenment. Then practice of altruism become a sustainable in our continuum as a path, until we achieve the result. So this is what it means. So when you practice one, the other naturally follows. When you practice one, when you practice bodhicitta, you must union in the practice of emptiness. When you practice one, the emptiness, naturally, it has to be natural to yourself, that to be dedicated in the attitude of bodhicitta. This is what it means. So therefore, you should practice the two in union. So always, practice two in union. Mm. Mm. Ah. You see, so when you generate compassion to like just now, we try to generate compassion and dedicate the merit to those who are suffering under the oppressions of war and other sufferings. When you generate the compassion, you try to generate compassion based on seeing the sentient being in the nature of lack of inherent existence, in the nature of emptiness. Remember that in one of the sessions we discussed about the three type of compassion. Compassion just directing to the nature of just samsaric sentient, the nature of samsaric being. Then the second one is the nature of um, the impermanent nature of the sentient being, and on the basis of that generating compassion. Then the third one is generating compassion on the basis of understanding of the emptiness, in the understanding of emptiness. Remember. So similar way. So this is what it meant. You see, you understand why sentient beings suffer, because of not realizing the ultimate truth of emptiness, because of carrying the wrong view of inherent existence or substantial existence. Because of that, sentient beings, not able to achieve the antidote to their suffering, their samsara. So therefore, how pitiful it is. Thinking like that, then you express, sincere wish to help them, cause them to be free from the suffering, and it is causes the delusion and the karma. Mhm. So that way, you are you are practicing union of wisdom and method together. So like that, an example. So so then when in day-to-day life, whatever experiences comes in your way, if you are practicing the emptiness, like illusional like emptiness practice, whenever you experience things, everything interpreted as illusional like, then after that, then immediately that may this practice be the complete cause of numberless sentient beings enlightenment, uh, or yeah, so like that. uh, Whatever experience that comes in my way, since it is nature is lack of inherent existence, uh, may I realize the ultimate truth. Similar way, rest of the other sentient being realize the ultimate truth just as it is, then able to free themselves, from the entire oceans of samsaric suffering. It is causes the ignorant and actualize their full enlightenment. So when you think like that, when you dedicate like that, then you are practicing in union of wisdom and method. Then the text says, at the time of your full enlightenment, given that the scopes and extent of your Buddha realm are enlightened qualities that evolve from the distinctive feature of your present capacity, strength, and aspiration, then those then those to whom your loving kindness extended at the present will become your disciple in the future. So therefore, as you cultivate
Therefore, as you cultivate the illusion like a person's awakening mind, endure the austerities, and train in the path, you will attain full enlightenment in the space-like spans, and through your emanation, help free sentient beings from silent existence. This is simply a case of space occupying space. So it's very much that what I just given an example. When you practice emptiness, how you union with the altruism, with the altruistic attitude, with the bodhicitta attitude. This is exactly what I mean. Uh, so here, this particular um, um, reading is the summary meaning is, uh, you see, how vast, how extensive uh, altruistic aspiration that you make now while you are in the training. uh, all those aspirations will be fulfilled in deeds when you actualize the result, the Buddhahood, and bring the benefit into the sentient being, fulfilling those aspirations, like that. So, including of uh, whoever that you dedicate your altruistic practice, altruistic practice to whoever you dedicate. Mm. The union practice of altruistic wisdom and altruistic attitude. If you relate that practice to your father mother, uh, when you actualize state of Buddhahood, your father mother going to be your disciple, your first disciple of turning wheel of Dharma, like that. If in case your parent enlightened before than you will be, they will be your guru, directly guiding you, causing you to actualize state of enlightenment, like that, you see. So um, um, at this very moment during the training time, whenever you dedicate the practice from the union of wisdom and method, in the form of reciting mantra, in the form of meditation, in the form of practice of generosity, of giving food, like your pet, like your dogs and cats, the generosity of giving food, reciting mantra to them, through uh, the attitude of bodhicitta, in the understanding of the emptiness nature of the path. uh, then this path, when you actually state of full enlightenment, this path going to be your first disciple, going to be your disciple, and you will be liberating, this path to the state of full enlightenment. You see, so like that. Mm. This is what it means. The another way of understanding is that, all the past Buddhas, uh, that bringing benefit to sentient being, like how we feel, like, certain Buddhas we feel close to them, certain Buddhas, we don't really feel connection to them. Like, let's say, like Mother Tara, we all, most of us feel connection to Mother Tara. Some of you feel connection to Cherishing. Some of you feel connection to 35 Buddhas, or medicine Buddha, etc. So these are the result of the aspiration the Buddhas have made in the past, and cause your connection to them. You see, so Tara have a mega aspiration targeting to you. Tara, like Ishe Dawa was training on the path. When she made aspiration, when she is enlightened, now she is directly guiding us, and you feel connection to the Tara. You take Tara as your meditational deity, means like Tara as your guru. Tara as your path. Tara is, Tara is skillfully liberating you by letting you engage, even in an example, even in the practice of reciting her name mantra daily, doing Tara puja, doing Tara meditations, whenever you are in, whenever you need to pray for others, pray for yourself, think of Tara, and always like take refuge in Tara. So these are the act of the Buddha Tara. That Tara made an aspiration when she was training on the path, targeting to you. You see, so you are one of them when made the aspiration. That's why you have this opportunity now, have a connection with Tara. So how amazing it is. how relevant it is. Like for us, whoever we love now, we always should, dedicate our merit and practices for them in the union of wisdom and method. Without any doubt, this loved one will ever be connected to you. They will never go away. You see, always ever connected to you, and always ever be under your refuge. Um, and if in case that they met they engage in a greater practice, they have actualized enlightenment before than us, they will be in our rescue. You see, so like that. So it's amazing. So now on top of that, how amazing that we are able to, dedicate our practice to all the sentient beings, make the connection in this way, so that in next, when you actualize Buddhahood, your activities will be so vast and pervasive to each and every single numberless sentient beings, like that. You see, another example is, Shakyamuni Buddha, from the 1,000 fortunate Buddha of the Eon, during this 5 degenerate time, they had a discussion among the 1,000 fortunate Buddha, who want to go to the southern world to turn the wheel of Dharma. None of others ready to do that because of the connection that established through the aspiration when they were turning on the path with us, with the southern world, the beings of the 5 degenerated time of the southern world being like ourselves, But then Shakyamuni Buddha, he descended because he met the aspiration in the past, especially those, being those human of our time, the human of the 5 degenerate time of this era, to be liberated by the Buddha, the Shakyamuni Buddha, the aspiration that met by his previous lifetimes when he was as a Bodhisattva, when he was, on the turning path, you see. So that's how the connection built, you see, like that, you see. So sometimes, when we lost our loved one, or if lost our pets, then we feel so sad, we feel so heartbreaking, then we mourn, we cry, we lament, there's no use, there's no benefit, that will even bring more stress negativities to the diseased one. Rather, you do practice, such as like recitation or Mani Padme Hum or any form of other practices, infused by altruistic wisdom and altruistic attitude, and dedicate, in altruistic wisdom, dedicate in the union of wisdom and method to the diseased one. So that way, have confidence, even though physically, this present physical is normal with you, but this particular loved one will come into your way in some other form, could be in another path, could be in the form of another path, or could be, come into in the form of another child, maybe it could come into another brother, sister, or another partner, or in other ways, in the form of guru, or in the form of neighbor, good neighbor, in the form of friend, so you see, so the relationship will all be so positive and never to be separated, you see. So that way it benefits you, and also it influences the diseased person or diseased being to not to separate from you, being born in the very far realms, like such as the very low, like far low realms, like in the hell realm, Hari Ghost realm, which is, the energy, the connection going to be so distant, you see. So like that. Okay. Then it says, having thus determined everything as a space-like, you should recognize everything as expressions of illusion and train in the skill of non-cessation, which is the expansive thought of awakening, and thus amass the two illusional-like accumulations, so all the time, all experiences, including of the practice and the meritorious deeds, everything interpret into a space like in emptiness view, illusional like emptiness view, everything understand like that. Mm. Then in the space like the essence or the nature of the merit that you just accumulated or practice that you just have done or the dedication that you just have dedicated, that reach out to entire numberless, entire space like vast, in the existing, in the numberless sentient beings. You see. So in another way is that the emptiness, emptiness wisdom is the reason that your altruistic merit can able to reach, to the entirety of the sentient being, even how vast it may be, even as vast as a space, you will able to reach out. Even when you just make one prayer and dedicate to all sentient being and understand that on the basis of emptiness, right there, right instantly, all the merit reach to each and every one, or all sentient being, without leaving even one person in one being, you see. So that is the capability of emptiness, you see, because in the taste of emptiness, there is no separation of far and near. There's no separations of south and west. It's everything in one taste. You see, so therefore, everything is instant. Everything is right then and right there. Like that. You see. This then is the union of method and wisdom. Since the essential point will down within, you will not be disheartened by silent existence, and you will remain not too far from nirvana, and not too far from nirvana, the master says. So that's why all the past gurus, and especially they who proponent this teaching, have emphasized that if we are able to practice like that, then the accumulations of true merit will be so efficient, and the state of the full enlightenment, the cessation from all the study existence, will be so near. You see, so like that. Then the text says, at that point, you are free of expectation and apprehension. You see, so when you able to, practice with confidence in the union of wisdom and method, as discussed earlier, then your heart will be free from expectations. Your heart, in short, in meaning, your heart will be free from delusions. The expectations, ambitions of attachment, aversion. All this will be overcome. You won't get disturbed by all these delusions. Then and also one will be free from apprehension, meaning whatever experiences comes in your way, whatever object that apprehended by it is subject, the mind, everything going to be free of contaminations of or contaminations of hallucination, contaminations of true existence, inherent existence. You see, right very now, because of lacking of the altruistic wisdom, or because of the lacking of emptiness view, whatever experiences comes in our way, everything is contaminated. Everything is contaminated by, contaminated by inherent apprehension. Contaminated by wrong views of inherent existence or true existence, isn't it? Whatever object that comes into our senses, even when we open our eye to anything, we view thing as inherent existence and true existence, even without knowingly. even without knowingly, we apprehend as a true existence. That's why in the scripture emphasize that all ordinary beings' perceptions are false perception. So our perceptions are false perception. False or what? False because of the perception is hallucinated by inherent existence or true existence. Is because of that. So as long as there's a true existence, inherent existence, when we engage with the phenomena, we commit karma. So that's the issue. Otherwise, what's the big deal? I open my eye, I see the things. I open my ear, hear the sound. I open my mouth, feel the taste. What's the big deal? It's okay, isn't it? It's what's a big deal? You may think like that, isn't it? But the real thing is there's a big deal is there. The big deal is we commit karma all the time. That's the problem, If we don't commit karma, a negative karma imprint, then that's fine. That's fine. But the problem is, the moment the moment our senses relate to its object, right there we commit karma. And some more, the karma is not beneficial karma. The karma that which will result in future time, the samsaric experiences. That's the worst part, you see. And that is simply because of the contamination of contamination of the true existence, inherent existence, you see, because of that, you see. But we don't see that, isn't it? We have to use a very special tool of wisdom to learn about it, then understand, then you try to always refine the perception in the from refine the perception through the lenses of the altruistic wisdom. So that way, then whatever you see is not contaminated, because you see things like illusional light. You see things, your senses carry the space-like view, space like emptiness mind. You see, so it's like a pure water. Just using our normal eye, you see just the water, is a drinkable water. But then there is a colorless poison, drip of poison, put in it, and without seeing, if you drink, it will commit harm to you, isn't it? But in order to really that clear water is really pure and drinkable, not, you need a special tool to examine it and figure it out. And from then, after refining it, then you drink, then it is beneficial. Drinking water is beneficial to you, you see. So like that. So anyway, whether the example become right or not, but here most important thing is the most uninterrupted committing of the karma in our life is the false views of the carrying the false perceptions of true and inherent existence. That's the key thing. That is worse than the popping up delusions like attachment, anger. Worse than that. You see, anger, attachment is just once in a while, it just like express, pop up in your heart. You see, but the true existence and inherent, substantial existence, this wrong view is like part of our perception. You see, so that's how that we commit karma. So therefore, it is so important for us to always, live in the awareness of the altruistic wisdom, awareness of the emptiness wisdom. So therefore, always, carrying the what you call the space-like wisdom mind is necessary, or illusion, interpreting everything as an illusion alike is necessary, to protect ourselves, committing karma. Then it says, since you have recognized the Dharmakaya, then if you descend to to the EVC hell, you perceive it as the blissful Buddha realm. So then no question about, you reach to the point of, you reach to the point of enlightenment. Yeah. Then no question about it. If you reach to the state of enlightenment, when you achieve the Dharmakaya, then absolutely free from expectations and apprehensions, completely, because you're completely purified, not only suppressed or negated because of you are in the full arising of the antidote, but here you are completely negated of the entire delusions and entire ignorance. So when you reach Dharmakaya, then even you 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 emanate yourself in the hell realm. You descend into the evic hell, what's it, the lowest hell realm. You don't experience the hell being. You don't experience the hell suffering. You are there for the purpose of benefiting the hell beings, and you are in the hell environment, but your experience is not in the environment of hell. Uh, you are in the hell of many hell beings. You are in the environment of the hell beings, uh, but you are not in the hell. You are not in the hell experience. You see, because of you already achieved the state of Dharmakaya. Rather, you still experience the bliss of the Buddha realm. So even for you, even the hell realm, you experience the bliss of Buddha realm. You see, so like that. Since you have perceived samsara and nirvana as non-dual, you are free of any thoughts of affirmation and abandonment. You see, um, uh, mm. So when you realize the artistic wisdom of emptiness, then you know no question about when you actualize Dharmakaya, no question about when you realize emptiness directly. Even you realize emptiness, the conceptual realization of emptiness, or even you have a deep understanding and the deep meditation and deep cultivation and using the emptiness wisdom in your day-to-day life, your you will start to achieve greater and greater inner peace by overcoming the affirmation and abandonments in relation to things and events that comes in your life. It's very much there's nothing to be kind of like feel attached and nothing to be feel averse. You see meaning in everything. You see, you're somehow able to harmonize with everything, every experiences. You come to that kind of point. You see, even as a beginner practitioner, as long as you practice, you meditate more on emptiness, you study more on emptiness, you use the emptiness tool like the illusion alike. During the post session, whatever activities you do, carry the space like wisdom, illusion like wisdom, dream like wisdom, mirror like wisdom. When you have free time, and try to do as much as absorption, meditation, emptiness as possible, which I've discussed in sometime in one of the class in the past, how to do the meditation on that. The more you do that, you get greater and greater genuine inner peace, and not a superficial joy, sensual joy that we usually get from food, etc. Not like that. It's a genuine inner peace. You become so settled, so peaceful, from inwardly. You become so peaceful, so calm in all circumstances. You are so calm, peaceful. You become like that. Then no question about if you start to realize, substantial realization of emptiness, you will be absolutely peaceful. Or then if you realize emptiness directly, then more than that. Then if you realize Dharmakaya, then perfected in everlasting peace. Since you have perceived Buddhas and sentient beings, sentient beings are indivisible, your grasping good and bad is dismantled. So through such practice, as mentioned before, you start to perceive the one nature, one entity of the Buddha and sentient being. Because of that, you will start to see one entity of samsara and the pure realm, in the Buddha realm. Then you start to experience, you start to see that the one entity in good and bad. So therefore, everything is like pure realm. Everything is blissful experiences, even in the samsara. Samsara is out there, but there's no samsara, in there in you. You see, or you are not in. Samsara exists interdependently, on the basis of sentient being, but because of your realization, you don't experience the samsara. You see, so like that. Or since you have perceived all phenomena as equal, you are free of biased thoughts, such as regarding some to be superior and others to be inferior. So you start to have the view of everyone, like Buddha. Whoever you see, you see everybody as Buddha. Whatever things that comes in your way, everything, you start to feel and see like the enlightened realms, pure realms. You see phenomena of the pure realms. You see, so you it's due to the emptiness wisdom, you will reach to a point that you are actualized complete pure view, absolute pure view. You see, and you experience just a moment before that you experience so filthy samsara. In the next moment of the realization, you see all those filthy in the absolute, pure realm. You see pure being, pure taste. You see. So this is amazing. You see. So therefore, enlightenment is not something, like a place to go, or to have a different kind of look. As long as you realize the qualities of the enlightened one, where you are, you actualize full enlightenment. You see, the body that you are carrying within there, that you are continuing in order to get enlightened. You see, so like that. So because of the realization, you see, then even these external factors decay, that you don't have to experience suffering. Like this, what we see in great realized practitioners. You see, so like that. So therefore, is emptiness wisdom is the genuine cure from fears, genuine cure from suffering, genuine cure from all the impurities, imperfections. You see, so when you start to meditate emptiness of your body, you will actualize the perfections of your body. You see, doing the what you call the worldly way, like makeup is very temporary to make you beautiful. That is just a temporary, very superficial. But if you really want to look beautiful of your body, you start to meditate emptiness of your body, then you gain everlasting beauty of your body. Even how many wrinkles that comes in your body, how old your body become, you are the most charming image that carry, to everyone. Because of your heart is pure, everything become pure. You see, when your heart is pure, when your heart is purified, everything is purified. When your heart is purified, even the others' view also purified. Even other people see ugly on you, you are not affected, because you have the confidence of the pure realization within yourself, of your body. You see, so if you really want high status, then meditate on the emptiness of the high status. Then even you never achieve the conventional high status, you are the highest status. If you wish to achieve the highest level of bliss and happiness, you meditate on the emptiness of, the bliss and emptiness. If you want to free from, problems and suffering, you meditate the emptiness of the problem, emptiness of the suffering. That's the only way, because physically, uh, it is it is it is hard to really to kind of make a barrier, because many of the physical existence are not only individual karma, there are a lot of intertwined collective karmic result, collective karmic environment. So even though you put effort to guard yourself, but because of the karma is intertwined with the others collective karma, when others karmas are not purified by themselves, the physically the obstacle is always hinder you, you see. So that's not the skillful way, you see. So if we want to have a fence, guarding from our enemy, then we have to build our inner fence of emptiness, meditate on the emptiness of that enemy, and that way, you already, build a fence that which no one can able to destroy you, so like that. So this is how we should do. If there's certain kind of negative emotion is like keep hindering you, bothering you, or maybe some issues bothering you, maybe the fear of, future uncertainty, or some kind of regret, some kind of grudge of the past, some experiences, unable to forgive, unable to let go, you're bothering, the best, most effective antidote is meditate emptiness of that thing that is bothering you. You do analytical meditation on emptiness on that. You do absorption meditation on emptiness on that thing that is bothering you. It's going to be like kind of like a thorn, right after the meditation, right after cultivation, you will feel like the thorn take out, from your flesh, like that. It's like so relieving, like that, you see. So if you want sustainable, of completely free from the haunting of those emotions, then you meditate more, like that, see. Since then it says, so without deliberately traveling there, you will have arrived at Nagarjuna's intention. So if you meditate the lack of inherent existence, or lack of substantial existence, onto everything, whatever we have discussed, like that, then our direction will never go wrong. We will not arrive in the wrong place, wrong conclusion, wrong wisdom. We will is we will definitely, arrive the correct wisdom of emptiness, that which is the intention of Nagarjuna, which is the intention of the Buddha. Why the Nagarjuna's intention is the intention of Buddha? Because Nagarjuna is very much like reincarnation, like emanation of Buddha, which Buddha himself prophesied. After I pass away, 400 years later, Nagarjuna, this and that, where he going to born, what kind of name he will have at first, then after that, what kind of preservation of Dharma that he will do, such as the proponing of the Madhyamika view, etc. So it's Buddha's emanation, Nagarjuna. So what Nagarjuna says is exactly like what Buddha says. Same like that. You see, so nothing will go wrong. You see, like that. So without deliberately, traveling there, you will arrive. So if you start to practice emptiness like that, whatever we have discussed before, not to repeat, if we practice like that in our day-to-day life, practically, in taking on to your day-to-day meditation practice, then even you are not kind of like, try to get to the point, you will arrive to the point, So you see, then you can also understand that if you practice like that, then without asking, you will eventually realize, not only able to overcome day-to-day obstacles, but you will able to reach to the realization of, conceptual realization, emptiness, by reaching, like such as a part of preparation, accumulation preparation. Then without asking, because of the result of the continuous practice, you will realize emptiness directly. You will reach part of seeing. Then without asking, because of sustainable practice, you will achieve the Dharmakaya, like that. Then those who wish to engage in such a spiritual training should, in terms of their action, gather the accumulation, and in terms of their thought, train their mind. So if you really want to reach to the point, up to the Dharmakaya, as we discussed before, then what should we do as a practitioner, spiritual practitioner? What should we do? Always accumulate merit of wisdom, merit of method. What is the best way to create merit of method, merit of wisdom? Everything by interpreting in altruistic wisdom and altruistic attitude. Everything infused by altruistic method, altruistic attitude. Everything, every action, every deeds. You start with the bodhicitta motivation, and you start with in the expense of emptiness, in the expense of emptiness. You see, or then in the middle, always try to do accordingly with the bodhicitta attitude, like Bodhisattvas act. Then everything interpret in emptiness, or then at the end, everything dedicated in bodhicitta and dedicated in emptiness. That is the way to accumulate merits of wisdom, merit method. Then that way, consistently doing that is training your mind. Training your mind. So if you always remember to do that, that bring about training of your mind. Becoming Lojong to your mind. You see, you did the Lojong. You see, so that way. So by practicing practicing Lojong into altruism, then you will reach all the benefit that we have discussed before. Without asking. You see, like that. Then they should embrace this practice as their object of admiration and embark on it with a deep conviction. You see, so this should be our goal. This should be our admiration in our day-to-day life. If I able to live a life like that, that's the meaning of my life. You see, then you have a full conviction. As long as I live meaningfully like that, then without any doubt, I will fulfill. Including of the Dharmakaya. No question about the earlier benefits. So you, with a deep, full, irresistible conviction, and try to try to live a life meaningful in altruism. So this is what he's talking about. Once you have become connected with this practice, it will not let you down. So once you practice like that, once you practice in altruism, altruistic wisdom and attitude, you will never let you down. That's the confidence that you have to carry. You will never let you down. You see, all the benefit without asking will come in your way. The temporary benefit, immediate benefit, long-term benefit, ultimate benefit, everything will come in your way. So that's the conviction you have to carry. And gradually you will gain its realizations. Gradually, you see, all the gradual realizations all the way up to Dharmakaya. Starting from right very now, securing your inner peace, all the way up to the Dharmakaya, will actualize as a part in your continuum, as a realization in your continuum, or like that. Okay, so maybe I will stop here for today. because the next part is the 4 obstacles, 4 negative factors and 4 positive factors to be cultivated in order to secure all the practices that we discuss. Or in another way, to secure the diamond-like heart, the resolute heart, then the what you call the expansive heart, the altruistic heart. In order to practice that, secure that, be sustainable of that, then there's a 4 negative factor that you need to overcome, 4 positive factor that you need to practice. So maybe that we will discuss on the next session. It's quite a conversation there. Okay, so thank you very much. So now we come together and make dedication. Whatever merit that we accumulate from this session, as well as the merit that accumulate in the past, present, future, and all the merits of the past, present, future Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Gurus, and the sentient being. May this collective merit be complete cause, numberless sentient beings to be purify all their sufferings and causes of suffering, the karma and delusion, and actualize from temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness, enlightenment accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause for this pandemic and the war and the natural disaster and the diseases and the obstacle that individual faces. Everything come to end without delaying even a moment. May this collective merit be complete cause all the antidotes for all the antidotes, or the helps, the benefits, the protections from war, natural disaster, sicknesses, actualize instantly. May whoever in the service of peace and happiness and care for the needy one always enjoy long life, good health, and fulfill all their aspirations. That way they can able to bring immense of benefit to the needy ones. May this collective merit be complete cause the world leaders, the leaders of organizations, and who lead the family, and yourself who lead your life, free from negative emotions, wrong views, and your heart is completely filled with altruistic attitude and altruistic wisdom. So that way, under their leadership, everyone can able to enjoy only peace and happiness and virtue. May this collective merit be complete cause all the good people in this world, like His Holiness Dalai Lama, all your spiritual gurus, and yourself and your family members always enjoy good health, long life, and fulfill all your aspirations accordingly. May this collective merit be a complete cause for all the virtuous institutions like monasteries and nunneries, dharma centers, all the places where you actualize practices, free from inner outer city obstacles, actualize all the conducive conditions to preserve the Dharma and virtue in most extensive learning and actualization, realization on the stage of the path accordingly. Then may this collective merit be complete cause. May all of us able to practice according with the teaching, so that we can able to bring immense of benefit to oneself, benefit to all the rest of the numberless sentient beings, all the way up to the state of full enlightenment. Then understand that myself, the dedicator, the merit, the purpose that we dedicate, all to be understand in the nature of lack of inherent existence, in the nature of interdependent rising, emptiness. Yeah. So then if you have any specific dedications, please do so. Janjo Zemjorim Bojamaji Banam Juji Javani Mame by Yagone Kondo Pavara Isho Donya Dawari Bojamaji Banam Juji Javani Mame by Yagone Kondo Pavajurim Dawari Bojamaji Banam Juji Javani Mame by Yagone Kondo Pavash Kari Rave Goveshinga dependent the Wamali Juvenegere, Semantin Jazo Shabesi, the Bado de Juju Tuzo Jango Jave, the Jobe Kuzo Dobo, Chozo Govele, Metuba Taso Dojo Kondo Shabden Show. Lame Gozera de Janangwatilla, Juju Yamada Los and the bedroom as on you do Emodi, that Jawago Yandalama, the Tamechi, Pella Longe, Satalam, the Doja Chanyu, you do show.
Pama Simja Tamja, then you jing and Tamja, Doa, Janjo Zambagana, Sujiba, the Dakuni Molam Bridges, Simja never chini when you don't let you to the mother, but I don't never show. Jabeba Jida Yamada Gondos and Mode, and they change the Dakuni Judo, the Java, the Datam Geraldum, the Sonchebe, Java, the Garachutum, Daddy Javis, or the Sambo Chinja, over I. Bedanzo Migration, no, but the Simja, could be some Chishin to bet, she show. Tembaji then comes the Jumba, the Temba innovation does not take the pollution. Temba you then never tashi, show you more than the center and you may go under it in the total deliver conjure some day tashi. Okay, thank you very much. Please take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. See you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.